Hi, welcome to Optimal Health and Vitality After 50. My name is Trisha O'Hara. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. On my channel, I discuss ways of incorporating into our life to lead a healthier, more vital life as we age. Today, I would like to talk about the importance of balance. So balance, what is it? Balance is a person's ability to maintain their line of gravity within their base of support. In order for balance to work, your brain needs three inputs. The first, vision. To look to see, your brain processes information. Secondly, the vestibular system, the inner ear, which senses the orientation of our body relative to gravity, thus helps us maintain balance. And third, proprioception. Proprioception is our body's ability to sense its location and movement in space. Why do we lose our balance as we get older? Well, a couple reasons. First, as we age, we lose balance function through loss of sensory elements, the ability to integrate information and issue motor commands, and because we lose musculoskeletal function. Also, as I spoke about the vestibular system earlier, this system connects to the brain, which gives us a message when we're about to fall and directs the body to take corrective action. But as we age, the cells in the vestibular system die off, affecting our ability to correct our position. So not only around 50 does our balance decrease, but also sarcopenia sets in. And if you don't know what sarcopenia is, it's when we begin to lose muscle mass and strength. Now, this starts in like your 30s and 40s, but becomes more measurable in your 50s. And ways to offset sarcopenia is to make sure that you're getting in enough omega-3s, to make sure you're getting in enough quality proteins, and also to do resistance training. Now, like I mentioned earlier, in your 50s is also when your balance starts to decline. So they say when you're in your 30s and 40s, you should be able to balance on one leg for at least a minute. And studies show that you should be in your 50s to be able to balance at least for 40 seconds. In your 60s, it's about 20 seconds, and in your 70s, about 10 seconds. So why is this important? Well, studies have found that one of the leading causes of death for people in like their 60s and older is actually balance related or falling. You know, they lose their balance and they fall, and with these injuries is one of the highest risks of deaths. So a way that we can offset this or help prevent this from happening is a couple things: to work on fighting sarcopenia. So again, resistance training, but also to do exercises to increase our balance, our proprioception. And first off, I'm just going to explain the muscular system to you for 1 second. So with our muscles, we have a group of muscles called the prime movers. And these are the larger muscle groups that are responsible for moving the body. And then secondly, we have the stabilizers, which are the smaller muscle groups, which provide balance, but also support the entire body. So a lot of times people don't really focus on strengthening the stabilizers. They go to the gym and they just focus on strengthening the major muscle groups. So one suggestion, the great thing about balance is there's no age limit. You can start at any time in your life. And when you do start doing that, it just, decreases your chance of injury a lot more. So one way to start increasing your balance, your proprioception, is just very, very easy. If you have absolutely no balance at all, you can start with something simple. You want to start with stabilized grounding, so on the floor. And to make sure you don't fall, maybe you have a chair in front of you and just try to balance on one leg. If that becomes easy, then you can take that into a one leg squat. And I've been training and coaching people for 30 years. I fortunately don't have a problem with my balance. And I didn't realize like hard it was for people until I really started training people that were, a lot older. And so we would start with just simple exercises of just balancing on one leg. When that becomes easy, then I have them take it into a one-leg squat. When that becomes easy, then I put them on an unstable surface. If you have access to a gym, a lot of gyms have like an Eric's pad or Dynadisc or Bosu ball, anything that's uneven, that will even make it a lot more challenging. Or if you don't have any of that stuff, you can even make it more challenging by just closing your eyes. Because remember, I said balance needs three things. One is vision. So once you take that away, then you really have to realize on your proprioception and the other factors. And side note, it was really interesting. I once was training an former Olympic gymnast, and I was training a blind person. I mean, at two different times. But it was really interesting because both of them actually had amazing balance. Blind person, obviously, because they didn't have their vision. Gymnast, obviously, because, the balance beam and stuff like that. But neither of them had great cardio, which is what I was training them for. So anyway, it was kind of interesting because once you take away one of your senses, then all the other senses become a lot more heightened, right? So you got to remember also, any movement we have, mind and body is connected. So the minute you take away one of your sensory, like vision, then you've really got to focus on the mind-body connection. So again, you can just start with something very easy by just standing on one leg. When that becomes easy, then you can take it into a one-leg squat. When that becomes easy, you can do it with your eyes closed. You can take it, have your basic stance on an uneven surface. Or you can even make it more dynamic. With some of my more advanced clients, I will have them do like a one-leg hop side to side in that lateral plane, or back and forth into the sagittal plane, which will make it a lot more challenging. The great thing about balance, like I said, you can start at any age, but you'll find like when you actually start strengthening your proprioception, your body becomes a lot stronger overall, right? You're not just overloading the prime movers, but you're actually strengthening stabilizers. Remember what I said about the stabilizers? They actually help to stabilize the whole body. It's great for your posture as well. So I have a little story here with one of my clients. He actually, when he came to me a few years ago, he said, because I always ask my clients, okay, what is it you'd like to focus on? And he said, I really need to focus on my balance. He said, I have never had good balance. I have horrible balance, so I really need to focus on my balance. So the last few years we've been working on his balance, and he's a rock climber, which balance is very good for that. They actually say women make better rock climbers because we focus on our balance, where men with rock climbing, they focus on their strength. So anyway, a little side note. So we've started working on his balance. We started just very easy, stable. Now we've been able to take it into a one-leg squat. And now he's told me, he's like, you won't believe it. He said, I can actually walk the slack line now. And so for those of you who don't know what the slack line is, it's kind of like a tightrope. And so he can actually walk the tightrope, which he said this would not even been possible a few years ago. So there's hope for anyone and everyone. It just takes time and patience. So I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please comment below if you have any questions. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week with some more information. So I hope you go out having a great day and enjoy your week. Bye.